Library. Exclusive access.
Good atmosphere inside the Banterra Center in Carbondale, Illinois on the second to last weekend of the regular season. Another huge game in the tight Missouri Valley Conference race. The co-leaders in the league, the Bradley Braves, facing the Salukis of Southern Illinois, just a game out of first. No other race in the country as tight as the Missouri Valley. At the end of the day, could be a five-way tie for first going into the final week. Belmont is at Drake later this afternoon. He's Kevin Lehman, I'm Clay Matvick, and Kev, Malavi Leons was key for Bradley in beating SIU 3 weeks ago.
Bradley boasts the #1 defense in the Valley. The reason why, Malavi Leons, 6'9", but his wingspan is 7'1". He is an elite defender. He can guard all positions on the court. At the offensive end, scores 12 points a game and he scored from the three-point line. He'll be going against Marcus Damask. Now, Damask is the jewel of Brian Mullen's first recruiting class. His career numbers, over 1,500 points, 500-plus rebounds, 300-plus assists. He is a point forward, has fantastic vision. He will need to be very aggressive today. Held to 5 points in their first meeting.
That's because Leon shut him down mostly. Jerry Pollard, Ray Natili, Brett Smith are officials. SIU wearing black. It's the annual blackout cancer game here at SIU. Braves won 62-52 in Peoria, but this is a tough place to win. Salukis 12-1 at home this year. Hickman gets it inside to Rink Mast, and there's a battle right away that you're going to pay to watch. Mast against Damask. But Rink Mast, the big center from the Netherlands, comes up empty. There's the SIU starting five: Jones, Johnson, Newton, Damask, and Rupert. Damask, a shot fake. He'll take it in and floats it up off the glass.
Shot fake to freeze. Leons went to his strong hand, his right hand, kissed it off the window. Good start for Marcus Damask.
Starting five for Bradley, the longest and most defensive in the Valley. Mast and Leons each have 7-foot wingspans, but the bench accounts for 28% of their points.
This is a healthy Bradley team playing at a high level.
There's Rink Mast off the dribble. You don't see him do that a bunch, but when he does, he's effective.
He gets all the way to the rim. Now he scores with his left hand. He can score with his right hand. That puts a little extra emphasis on the scouting report for the Salukis.
Xavier Johnson, the transfer point guard from George Mason, who's had a nice year, can't finish at the rim. And now Zeke Montgomery in transition for the Braves. Dean with a skip pass. And here's Leons, watched by Damask. Montgomery has been playing at a high level. He'll take it to the block. Bad pass, nearly turned over. Leons is able to save it. Loose again. Mast is able to get to a teammate. Leons in deep. The extra pass as the shot clock winds down. And now Dean with a second. Can't hit it.
Lots of opportunities by Bradley, could not cash in. Good stance by the Salukis.
Lance Jones hasn't been shooting it well. He needs a big game here today for SIU.
Jones can get hot. He's a streaky shooter.
Well, he'll shoot it now, and that's way off the mark. We were talking with Brian Mullins, head coach of Southern, today about his shooting. He thinks Jones has been off a little bit all year.
Yeah, should have been under 30%. Had a big year last year. He was on the all-defensive team, but he is streaky. He can string a bunch in a row for the Salukis.
Now here's Duke Dean, the transfer from Troy, taking it in. Back out for the sophomore Connor Hickman. Turnaround jumper hits the bottom of the net. Bradley leads 4-2.
Dribble drive, great balance. Hickman finishes inside. Both these teams know each other so well, what they're going to do at the offensive end. It's going to be tough to get buckets. Look for some long possessions if you don't score in transition.
There's Rupert now. We have had Clarence Rupert. Played great in the win at Valpo on Tuesday. Rupert going in. He's going to draw the contact.
They like to use Rupert at that high ball screen. He has excellent hands on the catch. You throw it anywhere around the rim, Clarence Rupert's going to snag it. Now at the free throw line, he's part of what I call the three-headed monster in that post, where Southern will use him, Mula, and Scotty Ibube, all three at the 5 spot.
So that foul on Duke Dean, his first. And Rupert's going to check out. And here comes Mula, J.D. Mula, the 6'8" Canadian. Their top rebounder in Valley play.
Excellent defender on the ball screen, Mula is.
Catch and shoot, Jones, and again draws iron. It's going to go the other way. So a cool shooting start here for Southern Illinois. And we were talking to Brian Mullins, you know, they need a good start. They got behind at Drake a couple of games ago, 16-0, and ended up getting blown out by 23.
That's interesting. You got Hickman starting the point. They're putting Dean in the corner. Now he's on the bench with Kovanainen in the game.
Sean Henry led the Braves with 13 off the bench against Southern on February 1st. He's going to stay in the front court here with Bradley with 10 on the shot clock.
So Bradley with a deep bench, Clay. They can go 8-9 deep. Henry, an excellent player. Starters minutes. Kovanainen has started in the past.
A couple of Valley titles and a couple of NCAA tournaments for Coach Brian Wardle. And Hickman's got the touch early.
Looked really smooth. We saw him score in the paint, in traffic. That one pulled up with great balance. Nice finish, Hickman. He is ready to play today.
Deep shot, Newton, no good.
The danger of Bradley, even Lands can start the break.
Mula looking for help. On the wing, the three, in and out. And the rebound brought down by Jashawn Henry.
Well, Mula likes to kick it out. Open threes, you gotta be able to knock those down off the kickouts from Mula.
Bradley coming off a 10-point home win over Missouri State on Wednesday. They have won 7 in a row. They've got the 5-point lead. It's the 5-minute mark here, the first half.
Well, Henry had an advantage in low block. They play masked up high, play the high-low with Jashawn Henry, but not able to convert. Now Henry is going to guard Damask. Very physical defender.
Damask, too strong. So a cool shooting start for Marcus Damask as well.
Got one early off that initial drive, but he's going to see different defenders. He's going to see length in Leons. He's going to see strength in Henry.
Leons is cut off in the baseline. And Kovanainen between the circles will give it off to Mass with 10 on the shot clock. Good drop down to Jashawn Henry from Mass.
Together, Henry and Mass create a real problem because Mass is such an excellent passer, and they put Henry inside the post.
It's a 9-0 run for Bradley.
It's time for the Northern Illinois Energy Saving timeout of the game.
Game on. See ya. Permission to launch.
Bend with the wind.
Almost there.
You came in after work, it's the only time you can. What would hit the spot right now, you wonder? Savory steak and bacon, grilled cheese, sounds like a great plan. Melty cheese and Texas toast will solve your hunger. But you're not as good as you were at 14. Wow, kids on
on.
Good start for Bradley on the road, as they lead at 9-2 with 14-11 to go here in the first half. The offense is measured, to say the least, for Southern Illinois. They are near the bottom of Division I in points per game and tempo. This is a team that is not built for big comebacks, so getting down early doesn't favor them.
66 points a game. Ranks 303rd. They need to get Damas more involved. They've taken 4 threes, they're 0 for 3. See, get some more penetration and really challenge the inside of Bradley's defense.
Well, they struggled with Bradley's size in the first matchup. Is that what you're seeing here so far, Kevin?
Yes, they are, but they've also settled for some early threes out of Jones, quick threes. Place them inside out.
Newton and Jones both 0 for 2 from outside the arc. Damas will skip it to the wing, and it's almost tipped away by Zeke Montgomery, who has great length. And that's really the story of Bradley.
Front line has tremendous length.
Which is longer than everybody in this league. Damas finally gets an open shot and hits it over the top of Jashawn Henry from 3.
Well, he scored inside, now I've hit the 3. Marcus Damas said he's going to be more aggressive in this game than he was in their first meeting, where he was held to 5 points.
Yeah, one of just 4 times he hasn't been in double figures this year. Henry misses with the right hand. And now Southern Illinois down 4. Bring it ahead with Banks, the point guard from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Mula couldn't handle that pass. Here comes Hickman, who's out to a great start. Good pass to Henry. Mass tried to tip it in. Couldn't get it to go.
Missed opportunity by Bradley. They need to score some in transition. Had numbers, did not convert.
Brian Wardle ready to check in 3 new players. Again, it's a very deep bench for the Braves.
And they've gotten healthy. Zeke Montgomery with a broken hand earlier. Mass had been out with knee issues. Henry had been out. They have tremendous length and depth, so they'll keep running new bodies in.
Damas with 4 on the shot clock. Another deep 3. And Jashawn Henry says, I can't defend him any better than that.
He was out there on the Banterra logo.
Southern Illinois back within 1. Couple of empty possessions here for Bradley. Tavanainen off the bench gets his first 2. He is kind of the X factor for the Braves.
And Brian Wardle said, when Tavanainen plays well, we get points out of Sean Henry. That's when we are at our best. Now, they've been playing Hickman the entire game here as the point guard.
We get a foul on Jashawn Henry for a hold. It'll be interesting to see here, the adjustments that these coaches make now that they've seen how this is going to be officiated.
Well, look how deep Damas is. High stick hand by Henry. Damas measures it and drops it through. Now that is a deep 3 ball. Nothing but nylon for Marcus Damas. He's the active leading scorer in the Valley.
Good drive. Dalton Banks scores.
Banks refused the screen, got the defender to jump to his right, straight line drive.
Welcome to Carbondale, Illinois, in a huge late February game between 2 teams in a tight race for the Missouri Valley Conference title. Bradley tied for first, and Southern Illinois just a game out of first. Alongside Kevin Lehman, I'm Clay Matvick, and there could be a 5-way tie for first in the Valley at the end of the day. Belmont is at Drake later this afternoon. Another big game in this league today. There is no league in the country that is tighter at the top than the Missouri Valley Conference. Bradley leading 11-10 with 11 and a half to go here in the first. Back in a moment.
You want to talk Valley picture here, or you want to talk?
We have 4 members of the Swedish Dog Pound that are going to be meeting.
on. See ya. Permission to launch.
Bend with the wind.
Almost there.
You gaming after work, it's the only time you can. What would hit the spot right now, you wonder? Savory steak and bacon, grilled cheese sounds like a great plan. Melty cheese and Texas toast will solve your hunger. But you're not as good as you were at 14. Wow, kids online are really mean. Sonic steak and bacon, grilled cheese.
Sonic.
Mom, can we get a puppy, Mom?
Please? Girls, pets are a big expense.
Maybe try switching your car insurance to Progressive. You could save hundreds.
Thanks, TV Dad. We'll think about it, okay?
Look what I found.
Puppy! Oh, no.
I wish TV Dad was.
Bradley in Southern Illinois in the Missouri Valley Conference alongside Kevin Lehman. I'm Clay Matvick. What a year it's been in the Missouri Valley. First year with 12 teams, first year with a 20-game schedule, and these are two of the 5 teams right at the top, the tightest conference in the country.
We've got 4 teams with arguably 20 wins. 5 teams have a chance to get a piece of the regular season title. And Clay, with this 12-team format, 4 teams are going to get a bye Thursday night in the Valley tournament. 5 teams are going for that right now. Somebody's going to be on the outside looking in. And it's going to be so difficult to try to win 4 games in 4 days to punch your ticket because the balance and the strength in the Valley.
Belmont's at Drake later this afternoon, another big game in this league. There you see Marcus Damask on the right for Southern Illinois. In the first meeting between these two teams 3 weeks ago, Malavi Leons on the left held him to 5 points. He only had 1 field goal in that game, a loss up in Peoria. But today, already with 8 points here in the early going.
He's come out strong, went to the basket early, hit 2 deep threes. Marcus Damask told me, I'm going to be more aggressive today than I have been. And we're seeing that Leons is on him now.
Bradley jumped out to a 9-2 lead in this game right away, but Damask and company chipping away. Here's Damask again. Nice touch inside the lane.
So good at creating space with his upper body strength. He got into the body of Leons, then the fadeaway and the soft, feathery finish.
He only got 5 shots in the first matchup. He's certainly getting his shots here today, as he's 4 for 5 from the field. Whistle and some contact inside and a foul against the Salukis.
Dalton Banks, his first personal foul.
So Dalton Banks, and that's going to send Malavi Leons, the 6'9" Dutchman, to the free throw line. Well, tomorrow night, 2 of the top women's teams in the Pac-12 scoring off, and a big one on ESPN2. Stanford hosting number 16 UCLA at Maples Pavilion. Cardinal have won 3 straight in that series, and coverage begins at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific after Oklahoma State and West Virginia men's hoops on ESPN2. So Bradley with a 1-point lead here, 13-12, 10:45 to go in the half as Damask takes it in deep, lost the handle. Leons cut him off. Somehow Damask got it back. Now Banks adjusts the kick to the corner. And D'Amico can't hit from the corner.
Missed opportunity by the Salukis and an open look.
There's a foul underneath. And that's going to go against Hanna.
Hanna going over the back. Great screen out by the Salukis. They were down early in this game. They've been able to chip away and fight back into it, Clay. It's been on the aggressive offensive nature of Marcus Damask. And this is a Bradley team. They're doing very little switching in this game.
They work the perimeter. Banks got around his man, slipped to the hoop, but couldn't finish at the rim as Zeke Montgomery got beat that time, and that rarely happens. Now here's Montgomery. When he goes downhill, he's tough to stop. The transfer Duke Dean drives. Hannah with the left hand, too strong, and Rupert will clear it on the backside for Southern.
Bradley looked out of sorts there. He's got sped up on that offensive possession. Did not get a clean look.
Southern Illinois 12-1 at home. Their only loss December 7th to Indiana State, 74-71. They don't want a high-scoring affair.
Well, this is going to be a game that where can you get extra points? Maybe out of some OBs after timeouts, turnovers, offensive rebounds. It's the #1 and the #2 defense in the Valley.
Yeah, finding easy hoops, that'll be a big key today for sure. Leon's left wide open. Swims out. There's Tavanainen. Second chance opportunity here for the Braves. Dean left open for 3. And that also spins away. Another chance, but Tavanainen threw it away.
That was a big concern for Brian Mullins, is making sure that Bradley did not get extra chance opportunities.
Southern's such a good defensive team, almost 8 steals per game. That's first in the Valley, but another steal here, this time for the Braves, as Leons just took it away from Damask.
Really active hands by Leons. You're going to have to play with strength with both these teams. If you bounce it into the center, there's going to be hands and arms coming at you.
Zeke Montgomery off the iron.
Bradley with another poor possession. Start off really strong. It runs much smoother offensively when they have Rink Mast in the game. He is at the scorer's table, ready to check in.
They're 1 for their last 7 from the field are the Braves after a really good start.
Well, Mast is the anchor at both ends, offensively and defensively for the Braves.
The veteran Trent Brown, who's been scoreless the last couple of games, misses from 3. We've kind of gone into a drought, both sides here the last couple of minutes.
Well, they're both so locked in defensively. KYP, they know the personnel of the other team.
Now foul out high against Tavanainen. 7:42 to go here in Carbondale. A slugfest at the top of the Valley.
Sonic now has treats under $2.
Under $2.
And under $3. Some of Sonic's most craveable favorites.
Some of Sonic's most craveable favorites.
You never know when you might need something delicious, because cravings come in different sizes, just like pants, except you don't eat pants. Sonic under $2 and $3 craves.
Sonic.
Game on.
See ya.
Permission to launch.
Bend with the wind.
Almost there.
The Sport Clips MVP haircut experience is like nothing else in the world.
And now, it's better than ever.
It's a perfectly steamed hot towel, infused with our signature scent. A 7-point massaging shampoo. And neck and shoulder, Nirvana.
Oh yeah.
The MVP haircut experience, only at Sport Clips.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody's gonna slow me down. Oh no, I'm not to keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride.
Wherever you are, be there with Starbucks ready-to-drink coffee.
Bradley has won 7 in a row, including a win in Peoria against Southern Illinois on February 1st. They shut down the leading scorer for SIU, Marcus Damask, that day, but Damask is getting his here early in the first half.
He's got 10 of the Salukis' 12 points. He scored inside, put a little gravy on that biscuit. Throws that one in from outside.
Marcus Damask, over 1,500 career points, was really shut down by the size, the length of Bradley in that game about 3 weeks ago. Just one field goal make. One of only 4 times this season he did not reach double figures. He's going to sit this one out here as they come back out on the floor, but won't be long before he's back in.
Well, Banks has 2 points of the 12. Damask has the other 10. They got to get Jones going, and they got to get Johnson involved in this offense.
Yeah, Damask and Jones are combined 6 for 19 in that loss at Bradley on February 1st. Connor Hickman, some good minutes here in the first half, but he comes up with an air ball there. That's a shot clock violation. So a turnover for the Braves.
Both teams struggling to score in the half court. These defenses are so locked in. You're going to try to get something in transition, a tip ball, offensive rebound. Even Brian Royal told us that's going to be the difference in this game. Those effort points, where will they come from?
Bradley 1 for the last 8 shots from the field. And the last field goal by either team was Damask's basket at 11-13. So both teams in a drought. Troy D'Amico poked it out of bounds there by Bradley on the wing.
And with Damask on the bench, that puts Leons on Jones, and that's a huge height advantage. Difficult for Jones to find an open look with the 6'9" Leons. Leons with the 7'1" wingspan.
Lance Jones, deep 3, and he continues to struggle from the field.
Over 3 for Jones, and they've all been deep and partially contested.
They've got to have him today. Dean out for Leon, shot fake. Juwan Newton trying to catch up. Back to Henry, and he's tied up. And it's a jump ball, and it's going to turn it back to Southern Illinois. And that's the kind of game we're seeing here today and likely to see the rest of the way.
When you drive it in there, you have to be strong with the basketball because Southern's going to come at it with hands. They've been able to jam it up a number of times against Bradley.
Just saw Brian Mullins, the Saluki Hall of Famer, in his 4th year. Kind of a breakout year for his program. First 20-win season since taking over.
Well, he had that recruiting class of Jones, Damask, and Trent Brown, and 20 wins and building for the Salukis.
Jones got it to D'Amico, almost lost it. Kept alive by Xavier Johnson.
Well, that is another fractured possession by Southern. Both teams really struggling to score against the other one's defense.
Bradley 1 of 6 from outside the arc. 3rd best 3-point shooting team in the Missouri Valley at 37%, but they haven't found the range yet.
Good job by D'Amico, staying on the ground, not taking the head fakes of Henry.
7 on the shot clock.
Number 3, Zeke Montgomery.
Here comes Zeke Montgomery back into the game. He scored 10 against the Salukis earlier this month and was terrific in the final minutes of that win.
They like Zeke Montgomery because he can beat you off the bounce. Great size, and he's really developed as a defender for Brian Wardle.
And Marcus Damask has come back in. He's got 10 so far. He's got 3 30-point games this year. Boy, high arcing 3 for Rink Mast.
Well, set play. That was a pick and pop set up by Brian Wardle. He said, we're going to get some points off our OB plays. And they did. Mask with a deep 3.
He's got 5. Just missed a double-double against Southern. 12 points, 9 rebounds in the first matchup. Damask takes it in. Wow, good job around the rim by J.D. Mullen. A chance at a 3-point play.
Damask is the point forward. He's got 110 assists. Great vision, great feel for the game. He makes this play for Mula. Now watch Mula now. He has got a hitch in his free throw shot. Many times you'll get lane violations.
And that's pretty much the MO on Mula. 32%. Yeah, you heard me right. 32% at the free throw line.
I've seen teams practice against the hitch in that free throw shot so they do not get lane violations. Hickman been running the point this entire game for Bradley.
Hickman takes his man Johnson to the basket and scores.
Explosive step. He saw the gap, turned the corner. Mast with the high screen. They've had success with that middle screen by Rink Mast.
Connor Hickman, one of the impact sophomores for Brian Wardle's Braves. Three from the wing goes down for Newton, the transfer from Evansville.
And Damask with another play, the assist by number 1. They're playing right through Marcus Damask at the offensive end.
Juwan Newton, a star at Evansville, more of a role player since the transfer to Southern.
But they like what he gives them defensively. Juwan Newton, length, great rebounding guard, high energy.
Montgomery, back iron, no good. And Newton's going to wait for reinforcements.
And Southern trying to get something in transition.
Lance Jones trying to create, throws it away. And that's the stuff Brian Mullins was talking about. Can't have too many of those today.
Trying to go too fast, but it was a dead ball turnover. Live ball turnovers have really changed this game around. Pavananian from the deep from the corner. We've got a good one here in Carbondale.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? Uh-huh. Let's take a break from our devices for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. And let's see what we find.
Hey, bud.
US Cellular. Built for us.
Game on. See ya. Permission to launch.
Bend with the wind.
Almost there.
You came in after work, it's the only time you can. What would hit the spot right now, you wonder? Savory steak and bacon, grilled cheese, sounds like a great plan. Melty cheese and Texas toast will solve your hunger. But you're not as good as you were at 14. Wow, kids online are really mean. Sonic steak and bacon, grilled cheese.
Sonic.
Will remain radioactive for years to come. Well, thank goodness it's time for the good news of the week.
And boy, do we need it. Well, this safe driver saved money with the Snapshot app from Progressive. How do you feel?
Good.
He's better than good. He got rewarded for driving safe and driving less.
Sorry, Barb, just to confirm, this is the feel-good news of the week?
This is what we found. Yay, Snapshot.
What a special treat. The 2002 Sweet 16 team from Southern Illinois enjoying a reunion here in Carbondale this weekend, and the fans on their feet to welcome Bruce Weber and the gang back. They won 28 games that year.
Bruce Weber, 5 seasons, but that 2002 team went to Sweet 16. It started a string of 6 straight NCAA tournament berths for the Salukis.
Bruce still looking pretty good. And so is Kent Williams and Jermaine Dearman, and the other guys here in attendance still look like they could play and play pretty well.
Now they beat in the first round Texas Tech, that went on to beat Georgia before falling to UConn in that 2002 tournament. That was the year that Maryland won it all.
28 wins, still a school record. 18-17, Bradley leading under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Bradley led by a 9-2 margin early, and now he had a foul out high that's going to go against Xavier Johnson. He doesn't like the call.
Well, keep an eye on Xavier Johnson and Hickman. Xavier Johnson is the best on-ball defender in the Valley. He will guard you at 94 feet. And I've been surprised they've taken Dean off the ball. Hickman has been playing point through most of this game. Dean on the bench now.
Connor Hickman, 7 points here to lead Bradley.
The sophomore's playing with great confidence.
He finds Hannah in the corner. Hannah moves in for a closer look. That left hand gets the bounce. He missed that same shot earlier, and he hits here to make it 20-17.
Oh, got the house roll. That one hit the front of the rim and hung around and fell through. He had Mass open for a second on a post-up.
Darius Hannah, junior from Milwaukee, coming off one of his best games of the season, had 10 and 5 against Missouri State on Wednesday.
The Mask is being very aggressive with his dribble drives and trying to get his teammates open when he collapses the defense.
Shot clock at 5. Damask, another long three. He's made a couple of those, not this time. Hickman tracks it down.
Well, Hickman has been sensational in this game, running the offense for Bradley. It's scoring. They're on the rebound. I like this. I like Mast inside. Get him some touches.
J.D. Mula, very good big man defender in this league, but Mast backs him down and scores.
I mean, no double's going to come. You got to be aggressive and score. Mast with great dexterity, soft touch.
I mean, J.D. Mula, the fifth-year senior, has played excellent defense this year. And there's a chance at a three-point play again for Juwan Newton.
Well, this is a Bradley team that's not switching those high post screens. Newton's able to turn the corner. Defender gets hung up. There's the quick hands, but this is just Mass taking patience. He has such great balance, footwork. That was an awkward shot with his feet, able to finish it with a soft touch. The big Dutchman. They are better at the offensive end, the Braves, when they run their offense through rink Mast.
Second team foul on Mass, so he's going to sit down. Bradley with 5 team fouls. Should tell you, too, it's the annual blackout cancer game here for Southern Illinois. That's why they've got cancer survivors' names on the back of their jerseys and not the players' names. As Zeke Montgomery hits with the mid-range one-hander.
They'll put him at the point guard position and let him try to create. And referring to those jerseys, and they auction those off during the game, Clay. At the end of the game, those who won the auction will come and take those jerseys home, get a picture with the player. They've been doing it for years here for Southern Illinois, raising funds for cancer research.
D'Amico traveled in the corner. He was ready to drive that baseline with authority, but took too many steps. So it's a Southern Illinois turnover.
Damask had those quick 10 of the first 12 points. He's getting a little help from his teammates now as Newton has scored, Muda has scored, and Banks has scored, but they need other players to step up for Damask, give him some help at the offensive end.
Duke Dean.
They're going to try and take away Dean's threes.
Hannah. Good job by D'Amico holding his ground. The sophomore from Chicago gets the rebound. And now Johnson a little out of control. It looked like it went off his knee. But they're going to say it was last touched by Bradley.
Johnson's got that sly smile like that might have went off his knee.
Well, don't forget, on Monday, ACC Big 12 doubleheader at 7 Eastern. Duke hosting L. Ellis in Louisville at Cameron Indoor. Then Jalen Wilson at number 5 Kansas taking on number 22 TCU. Both games over on ESPN.
Mike Miles back for TCU as they had a huge win here on Saturday.
Xavier Johnson scored 13 against Bradley and Peoria.
Top 9 playing way back behind the three-point line.
Now another whistle. And this one's going to go against Duke Dean.
They got Dean in the post. Juwan Newton did. They recognized it, the pass inside, and the foul by Dean.
It's under a minute to go here in the first half. 24-20, Bradley leading. Dean's going to sit down with 2 fouls. Is this kind of the pace and scoring that you expected to see here in the first half?
No question, Clay. Points are hard to come by, both these teams, just giving up a little over 61 points per game. There'll be nothing easy in this game.
Damask in double figures. over Leons. That's what he couldn't do 3 weeks ago.
That is a tough shot over that 7'1" wingspan. But here's what Damas doing. He's getting his body into Leons so that he cannot block the shot.
Brian Wardle wants a timeout as Southern Illinois has pulled to within 2.
Game on.
See ya.
Permission to launch. Bend with the wind.
Almost there.
.41 seconds to go here in the first half. Bradley by 2, tied for first with Drake in the Missouri Valley. And Damask with a dozen now for Southern Illinois.
Good hesitation. The shoulder into Leons and the high kiss off the window. Damas averaging 16 a game. He's already got 12. He had that early 10. Then he became an assist man, a facilitator. He's got to be aggressive and try to score throughout this game.
Bradley 13-4 in the Valley. Southern Illinois trying to get to 13 wins today. Henry got bumped, got the basket and one. Jashawn Henry, 6'6", 230, built like a tight end and used all of his muscle to get that one in.
This is the strongest man in the Valley. Jashawn Henry. He could be a fullback in the NFL or a linebacker. Look at the strength and the power to finish. Talk about Bradley. They're healthy. Henry had been injured earlier in the year. Damask had been injured. They have tremendous depth to go along with that great length.
Sean Henry closing in on 1,000 career points at Bradley. Can't get the free throw to go. Free throw shooting not one of the great aspects of this Braves team. They're 9th in the Valley at 68%.
And they don't get there very often, Clay. You would think as aggressive they are, they would get more attempts at the free throw line. The fewest in the Valley.
Basically no difference between game and shot clock. Johnson taking that clock down. 7. Damask backdoor pass. Banks had it blocked by Leons. They're going to call goaltend. Leons got up, the leading shot blocker in the Valley, but he's called for the goaltend, so count it for the Salukis.
And this is the 3rd assist from Marcus Damask. Late recovered by Leons. Good call.
You see Leon's athletic ability. So he's a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. Just got there a little too late. Now 3.7 left. Hickman has to hurry. Tavanainen will hoist a half-court shot. And Bradley will settle for a 2-point lead at the half. 26-24. Bradley leading at the break. Coming up in studio, Kevin Connors and Sean Farnham will have a look around the college basketball world. It was a good first 20 minutes, a defensive slugfest in this big one atop the Valley. And the Braves lead it by 2 on the road.
Game on.
See ya.
Permission to launch. Bend with the wind.
Almost there.
You gaming after work, it's the only time you can. What would hit the spot right now, you wonder? Savory steak and bacon, grilled cheese, sounds like a great plan. Melty cheese and Texas toast will solve your hunger. But you're not as good as you were at 14. Wow, kids online are really mean. Sonic steak and bacon, grilled cheese.
Sonic.
Mom, can we get a puppy, Mom?
Please? Girls, pets are a big expense.
Maybe try switching your car insurance to Progressive. You could save hundreds.
Thanks, TV Dad. We'll think about it, okay?
Look what I found.
Oh, Poppy!
Oh, no.
I wish TV Dad was always in charge.
Listen to your TV Dad. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save nearly $700 on average.
The Sport Clips MVP haircut experience is like nothing else in the world.
And now, it's better than ever.
It's a perfectly steamed hot towel, infused with our signature scent. A 7-point massaging shampoo. And neck and shoulder, Nirvana.
Oh, yeah.
The MVP haircut experience, only at Sport Clips.
Switch to Verizon and get Welcome Unlimited for just $25 a line, guaranteed for 3 years. And keep your own phone.
I love that we both got an awesome network and save money doing it. Hey, we're sitting on a sign here!
That's Welcome Unlimited for just $25 a line. Verizon.
And we're done.
What about these?
Looks right.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. When you gotta get it done, one sheet is all you need. And Bounty is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less and get the job done with one. This works.
Kinda.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Lowe's knows it's not just what we've got, it's who we've got. That's why we got nearly 300,000 associates that got your back. Sure, Lowe's knows the tools, materials, and tech to tackle it all. But Lowe's knows you also need the how-to crew. And the partners pros count on. Lowe's knows no matter what you're taking on, it's always easier when you got the right people, the right products, all at the right place. You got this, and we got you.
Hey, heading on a family trip?
Nah. Sorry, son. Prices are crazy. We're gonna have to skip it this year.
Aw. Well, use Priceline. They have package deals no one else has.
5 pools. Water slide. We can do it.
Go to your happy price, Priceline.
Hi, I'm here for
Your annual eye exam.
Exactly. I'm here because I'm having trouble.
Game on.
See ya.
Permission to launch.
Bend with the wind.
Almost there.
To you, it may just be an elevator.
Here goes nothing.
But for a young homeowner becoming their parents, it's a learning opportunity.
Come on in. The more the merrier. Paris, huh? Bonjour. We got any out-of-towners in the elevator?
Tom, it is not easy.
10th floor, huh? Must be a heck of a view.
Okay, see how everyone else is facing this way?
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Okay, that was terrible. Okay, let's hang back. We're going to try that again.
You gaming after work, it's the only time you can. What would hit the spot right now, you wonder? Savory steak and bacon, grilled cheese, sounds like a great plan. Melty cheese and Texas toast will solve your hunger. But you're not as good as you were at 14. Wow, kids online are really mean. Sonic steak and bacon. making grilled cheese.
Sonic.
The Sport Clips MVP haircut experience is like nothing else in the world.
And now, it's better than ever.
It's a perfectly steamed hot towel, infused with our signature scent. A 7-point massaging shampoo. And neck and shoulder, Nirvana.
Oh, yeah.
The MVP haircut experience, only at Sport Clips.
Switch to Verizon and get Welcome Unlimited for just $25 a line, guaranteed for 3 years. And you can keep your own phone.
I love puppies.
Well, I love that I switched to Verizon. My other network used to drive me crazy.
Yeah, I love that we both got an awesome network and save money doing it.
I know, $25. But I love...
Hey, we're sitting on a sign here.
That's Welcome Unlimited for just $25 a line. The savings that last on the network you want. Verizon.
Us.
This isn't us. Is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other? And when our phones have turned us into this? LT? What do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's find us again. US Cellular. Built for us.
Game on.
See ya.
Permission to launch. Bend with the wind. Almost there.
Mom, can we get a puppy, Mom?
Please?
Girls, pets are a big expense.
Maybe try switching your car insurance to Progressive. You could save hundreds.
Thanks, TV Dad. We'll think about it, okay?
Look what I found.
Oh, puppy! Oh, no. I wish TV Dad was always in charge.
Listen to your TV Dad. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save nearly $700 on average.
You came in after work, it's the only time you can. What would hit the spot right now, you wonder? Savory steak and bacon, grilled cheese sounds like a great plan. Melty cheese and Texas toast will solve your hunger. But you're not as good as you were at 14. Wow, kids online are really mean. Sonic steak and bacon, grilled cheese.
Sonic. The Sport Clips MVP haircut experience is like nothing else in the world.
And now, it's better than ever.
It's a perfectly steamed hot towel, infused with our signature scent. A 7-point massaging shampoo. And neck and shoulder, Nirvana.
Oh, yeah.
The MVP haircut experience, only at Sport Clips.
At Charmin, we're all about the science of softness. So, we doubly tested our Charmin Ultra Soft to prove its value really stacks up.
First up, the Cushy Soft test. Wow, softer than ever. Next, the absorbency test.
See, it's 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. So, Charmin Ultra Soft is always worth it.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have one more test to conduct.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
Back on the campus of Southern Illinois as Bradley leads by 2 at the half. The Braves trying to be the first Valley team to get to 14 league wins. Drake will be hosting Belmont later today, and another big one in this league as you look at the standings. And keep in mind that the conference tournament starts March the 2nd. The top 4 teams in the regular season don't play until Friday in St. Louis, and that's big.
It's huge, Clay, because the balance and the power in this league to try to have to play Thursday and win 4 games to punch your ticket, that's really going to be difficult. So you see they got those 5 teams there battling for those 4 first-round buys on Thursday night.
It's going to be another great Arch Madness in St. Louis. Well, Damask for Southern Illinois was shut down by Bradley almost 3 weeks ago, held to just 5 points, but he's got a dozen to lead everybody after 20 minutes.
Well, not only has he scored the basketball, he's also facilitated their offense. He's got his body in the defenders and scored, but he's also got 3 assists in this game, a number of rebounds. This is a much more aggressive Marcus Damask than we saw in the first game.
Meanwhile, Connor Hickman and Rink Mask getting it done, each with 7 in the first half for the Braves.
I thought Hickman was excellent. He's run the point guard position for them. He's getting a lot of pressure from Johnson. He's able to turn the corner and score. He's got 7 points. Mask has 7. I'd like to see the Braves play through Mask more here in the second half.
Any concern for Brian Wardle's team that Malavi Leons was held to 2 points in that first half?
I think he's more valuable as a defender. They're trying to get him a post up right there on that switch.
Duke Dean also scoreless for the Braves. He'll kick it out to Montgomery. His three rattles home.
I'd be a little more concerned about Dean not getting threes because he can change a game with his three ball. The Salukis have taken him out of it, but Montgomery with a big triple to start the half.
Brian Wardle loves the way Montgomery's playing right now. Calls him his most improved player from a year ago.
Well, here's how tough this kid is. He broke his hand against Eastern Michigan and kept playing.
Xavier Johnson answers with a three of his own.
I think Xavier Johnson, it looks ugly coming out. He doesn't shoot many, but he shoots them well.
Johnson didn't have any points in the first half, as this game has turned offensive to start the second half. There's Leon's open in the wing.
And Mast is working the offensive glass. Feed the big man.
And Mast is held in the paint.
That's what you call a repost. Mast kicks it out, takes up some real estate, posts in again, and Hickman gives it back to him. Dean and Leon's averaging 22, only 2 today between that pair.
Transition points non-existent. And points in the paint very hard to come by.
Even second chance points, 0-0 here in the first half. Long defense possession here for the Salukis.
And they are able to muster a turnover. Johnson in transition. Wide open is Jones, and he is still struggling from outside. 0 for 4 now.
That was a good look. Rhythm step in three. He's got to knock those down. He is the second leading scorer, part of the dynamic duo of Mast and Lance Jones.
Barry Hinson signed Jones, a veteran out of Evanston, Illinois, a guy they count on a lot offensively. Hasn't given him anything today.
He's the emotional leader.
That's swatted out by Rupert with 4 on the shot clock for the Braves.
Rupert out of the clouds. Redirects that shot by Dean.
Rupert's an interesting study. Played at St. Peter's last year. Transfer that helped St. Pete's get to the Elite Eight a season ago.
Yeah, involved in those huge wins that St. Peter's had over Kentucky, Murray, and Purdue.
1 to shoot. Leon's off the rim.
He's had good looks, but he's been short and he's been long.
Bradley staying in that man-to-man defense. Hickman cutting off his man, Jones.
Very little switching by Bradley.
Notice that. Diving into the lane there. Kicking it out. Newton. 3 on the shot clock, and there's Johnson getting involved.
Well, he hit the 3 that time. Power to the bucket by Johnson.
Tavanainen. And Newton with the rebound.
Well, this is a much more aggressive Southern team to start the second half.
And out of bounds. As Southern Illinois had a chance to take their first lead since it was 2-0.
Turn the corner, create some contact, finish with some strength. The transfer from George Mason, Xavier Johnson. He is so valuable at the defense. I mean, he starts this defense of Southern Illinois with his ball pressure. Montgomery now bringing the ball up for Bradley.
Bradley picked number 2 in the preseason poll. And that's going to be a foul on SIU's Damask, and the crowd here can't believe it.
Well, I'd love to see that one again because Henry came in there. I could train with full steam. Watch him now. There's the first bang, the second. Mask went down fairly easy on that one.
Second place team in the Valley right now, the Bradley Braves, looking for 3 for Montgomery. They don't get it.
Well, Domask that went down. Mass had the switch and was open.
Newton will kick it back.
They're keeping great length on Jones. Looking those threes hard.
Deep shot, Jones. And until he makes one, I think Bradley's willing to let him shoot. That was a real relaxed look against Jones on that defensive set.
0 for 5. He's deep, though. Montgomery had a hand in his face. They've kept link on Jones. Difficult for him to shoot over the top.
Jashawn Henry and one.
You cannot let him turn the corner and go downhill. He's too strong. You will not get there in time. If you do, he will overpower you. Watch this contact. Bang. Finish. And he's going to the line when we come back.
Game on.
See ya.
Permission to launch.
Bend with the wind.
Almost there.
Will remain radioactive for years to come. Well, thank goodness it's time for the good news of the week.
And boy, do we need it.
Well, this safe driver saved money with the Snapshot app from Progressive. How do you feel?
Good.
He's better than good. He got rewarded for driving safe and driving less.
Sorry, Barb, just to confirm, this is the feel-good news of the week?
This is what we found.
Yay, Snapshot.
Back for another flounder fish sandwich?
And a shrimp tackle box. Let us do the fishing while y'all enjoy seafood that you'll love. Get them before they're gone.
The Sport Clips MVP haircut experience is like nothing else in the world. And now, it's better than ever. It's a perfectly steamed hot towel, infused with our signature scent. A 7-point massaging shampoo. And neck and shoulder, Nirvana. Oh yeah. The MVP haircut experience, only at Sport Clips.
Metro offers MLS Season Pass.
On us.
What about for existing customers?
Yup.
Every match?
I bet yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Says it on the poster.
Plus, get unlimited 5G for $25. Now at Metro.
Bradley Braves have won 7 in a row, trying to win their 5th straight road game in conference play. Brian Wardle has an excellent team this year in his 8th season since coming to Peoria from Green Bay, and you know how hard it is to win on the road in any conference, but especially the Missouri Valley, and his team has made a habit of it.
They've gotten healthy. They have tremendous length, and their defense travels, Clay. They play defense whether it's home or on the road. Wardle's done an excellent job with this program. He's got a little bit of an international flavor, too. He's got that Dutch connection with Mast and Leons. Henry from Canada here at the free throw line. Havanainen from Helsinki.
And he gets the bounce, does Jashawn Henry. He's got 7.
He's my 6th man of the year. If you take his numbers and took him out to 40 minutes, he'd been averaging about 18 a game for the Braves.
He was on Bradley's last Valley Tournament title team back in 2020. So he's a guy that knows what it takes to get a conference title, trying to lead the Braves to a regular season championship, tied with Drake for first in the league coming into the day. Boy, he has been outstanding today. Marcus Damask.
He's getting to his right side. Great body control. What a difficult shot. High degree of difficulty in the finish.
He's kept Southern Illinois in this game single-handedly. There has been really no other offense to speak of. Henry double teamed, and again that strength down low.
You cannot let him beat you to the spot number 2, 22, Henry.
Jashawn Henry off the bench, the leading scorer.
And they've got him on the mask.
Turn around. Damask got it. And again, Henry kind of shrugging his shoulders. I mean, he was right in his face, and Damask hit it anyway.
Well, great defense, better offense by Marcus Damask. You think he took it personal? Damask only had 5 points when he played Peoria.
I think it's safe to say that.
He's got 16 on the board already.
Henry didn't win that battle. Damask will clear the rebound and lope into the front court. Down 1. Southern Illinois hasn't led since the first basket of the game. There's going to be a foul.
Dodged both there as they went below the screen. Damask had a good look. He scored every way possible. Shot fake, hang and hit for the senior out of Wisconsin. Great patience, creates some space in the finish. Damask with 16 on 7 of 10 field goals, sprinkling 3 assists, and he's got a nickel in rebounds.
That was the first offensive rebound for Southern Illinois in this game. Leads to a foul, the second on Jashawn Henry. They have a chance to take the lead. 14 minutes to go. Another deep 3 attempt by Jones, and his aim is getting worse. Trying to clean it up as Damask, and he can't finish.
Man's length bothered that time.
Leons drops it inside to the 6'9" Hannah, and he traveled. Well, that's a wasted opportunity there for Bradley.
They're playing too fast. They got him sped up out of their comfort zone. And Southern's doing a great job of taking Duke Dean out of this game. He's averaging 10 a game. He has not got any open looks in transition. They have locked on to Dean. That was one of their goals, to take threes away from number 21, because he can change a game, his ability to hit threes.
He was the freshman of the year in the Sun Belt a season ago, transfers to Bradley, and has been outstanding in his first season in this league.
He's got a goose egg today. They have locked him up. The Leon's back on Damask. They use strength with Henry and length with Leons. Got the switch.
Banks in the game now, the point guard driving a little off balance. And there's a foul underneath that's going to go against Southern. It's on Mula and number 2 on JD.
JD going there strong, trying to get that another offensive opportunity.
You know, it's hard to believe, Kevin, there have been no second chance points in this game.
Yes.
None.
Well, that's why they're great defenses, Clay. They block off, can contest your shot, block you off, gang rebound, do not give you second chance opportunities. And it's been a pretty clean game. We haven't seen very many points off turnovers either in this contest.
And that was going to be key. Montgomery off the window, and he'll go to the line for a chance at 3. Man, he has been good in spurts today. Now it's a SEC Big Ten Super Tuesday doubleheader at 7 Eastern. Number 10, Tennessee, taking on Texas A&M. Then number 14, Indiana and Michigan State. Joe Lunardi predicting Indiana as a 4 seed right now. The Big Ten could get as many as 9 teams into the big dance.
Yeah, Hoosiers come over off that big win over Illinois. Trace Jackson Davis playing as well as any big man in the country.
Just a 3-point difference. Swatted away. Another SIU turnover. Into the game now, Scotty Abube, just his 11th game of the season for SIU. Missed most of the year with a hand injury. Dean falling away, can't get it to go. Look at Johnson run. And he's mugged in the lane.
I like what Johnson's doing. He's really trying to push the tempo, get Bradley back on the heels. Both these teams are so good at defensive transition.
Now Dean has to sit down with 3 fouls. You'll remember he got into early foul trouble in the first matchup with SIU. Really affected the game for a while.
But really helps Bradley is Hickman has developed into a very good point guard and ball handler for the Braves.
Still a lot of time on the shot clock. Johnson kicks it out for Damask. Banks off the heel, and Hannah will sky for the rebound. 12 minutes to go.
Banks with a great look. Got to knock those down.
Montgomery, his three, no, and Abube in there to clear it.
Also, good look by Montgomery.
You can hear Brian Mullins, even in this loud atmosphere here in Carbondale, shouting the defensive instructions, the offensive instructions. He knows what Bradley's going to do, I think, sometimes before Bradley does it.
Well, I was watching the first game. I could hear this person yelling the plays out. It was Mullins calling out Bradley's plays before they ran them.
Mom, can we get a puppy, Mom?
Please?
Girls, pets are a big expense.
Maybe try switching your car insurance to Progressive. You could save hundreds.
Thanks, TV Dad. We'll think about it, okay?
Look what I found.
A puppy!
Oh, no.
I wish TV Dad was always in charge.
Listen to your TV Dad. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save nearly $700 on average.
Game on.
See ya.
Permission to launch.
Bend with the wind.
Almost there.
Metro offers MLS Season Pass.
On us.
What about for existing customers?
Yup.
Every match?
I bet, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Says it on the poster.
Plus, get unlimited 5G for $25. Now at Metro.
What is your intention?
We're here to dominate.
I want so much for you.
How about that?
This is the way. It's part of our story.
I think the murders are connected.
Whatever they say, we said it.
Ready for an adventure?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ben Stiller. As an actor, my job is to make people believe what they're seeing is real. Wow, that's like really good. Or am I just acting? Taste it for yourself and find out.
Here in February, we celebrate Black History Always in Southern Illinois. What a legacy of integrating college basketball. Harvey Welch from nearby Centralia, Illinois, the first black player here at Southern Illinois, served 20 years in the Air Force after college. Seymour Bryson from Quincy, Illinois, the all-time leading career rebounder for the Salukis. Chico Vaughn, all-time career leading scorer, over 2,000 points, the first player from SIU to reach the NBA. And how about this duo, Walt Frazier and Dick Garrett, helped lead SIU to the 1967 NIT National Championship. Of course, Frazier, a Naismith and College Basketball Hall of Famer. What a tradition here at Southern Illinois when it comes to hoops. We talked to Brian Mullins about that today at Shoot-Around, but especially when it comes to Black history.
Oh, and we all remember Walt Frazier. The story of him, it goes even deeper. He played his own way one season, 1 year, Walt Frazier, and then they went on to win that NIT National Championship.
There's Brian Mullins, so proud of his Saluki heritage. He's a Saluki Hall of Famer, 35 years old, among the youngest head coaches in the nation. And again, this is his first 20-win season since taking the job.
On a Sweet 16 team as a player, Floorburn U. This defense that he learned from Chris Lowry is what you see here on the court. Tough to score against.
Damask trying to take Leon's, and Leon's forced a bad pass, but Bradley was out of bounds, so it'll stay on this end. And now the officials are talking about it.
Well, they got 1 second on the shot clock. They're going to see if this is going to be a reset or not. It looks like Jerry Pollard. They're going to check this out. It depends on if there was possession by the other team.
Throughout the month of February, in honor of Black History Month, we'll be highlighting various black athletes, coaches, and administrators.
Brian Mullins, kind of a soft-spoken guy. I think you would agree with that. I was a little surprised to see him actually get a technical foul at Valpo on Tuesday night. Brian usually pretty good about keeping his head, but that got a little too close for comfort down the stretch, as Valpo has been tough to beat on their home floor.
Well, Cricky inside, this is they're a really difficult team to play against, especially at home. And there you can see the replay, trying to figure out if he had possession. This is going to be a shot clock reset, or if it will stay at 1 second.
Number 1 for Bradley Pop Weathers. He has not seen the floor much here in this game. The JUCO transfer out of State College of Florida. Stepped out of bounds. We'll see what the officials come up with here. With 11:23 to go here in the second half in Carbondale, a game so important at the top of the Missouri Valley Conference race going into the final week.
Well, this is a Southern team. If they can get this win, they're going to be right there with 13 wins and be looking to see what happens with Drake and Belmont, a game that starts at 3 o'clock. Belmont at Des Moines.
Jerry Pollard over here explaining to Kevin Lehman. What'd you find out?
It wasn't a possession, so it's going to be 1 second on the clock for the Salukis.
We thank Jerry for coming over. A veteran crew today. Pollard, Ray Natilli, and Brett Smith.
Well, we've got a good crew here today. Needs to be. This is going to be a physical game. It's all about defense when the Braves and the Salukis meet.
1 second. D'Amico having a hard time getting it in. Damask got it off. But he doesn't get it to go, and there's a foul. And that's going to go against Bradley's Tavanainen.
Trying to block out, got a piece of him.
14 foul on the Braves. 10 Connor Hickman in.
Southern Illinois has led in this game for just 39 seconds. They made the first basket. Otherwise, Bradley has played from in front, essentially from the opening tip.
But Southern is challenged. They've stayed here within distance. They've got to make some plays here at the offensive end, get some more help for Damask.
Oh, that's thrown away. Newton zigged when Johnson thought he was going to zag.
Off that ball screen, and Newton on a replace, misdirection replace. He was open. Johnson trying to throw it to you, Clay. Thought you were open.
I'm never open. 8th turnover against the Salukis. Montgomery. Boy, that was halfway down and it was spit out by the rim.
Montgomery's size is able to get in the paint, not able to finish that time. There's quick hands by Montgomery.
And Hickman almost got fouled there by Mula. The officials letting him play.
Good recovery by Southern.
Montgomery will get it back to Hickman. Still a lot of time on the shot clock. Here's Rink Mast. Pretty quiet here in the second half. Yeah, driving on Mula. Right hand doesn't go. And now an over the back foul on Mast.
Mast has not gotten any touches inside. He's trying to create that one off the bounce. Mula strong, held his ground. Now Henry back in the game. At times they'll go high-low with Mast. Now Mast is going to step out.
Mast has been in double figures in all but 3 games this year. Southern has held him to 7. He sits down with 10:20 to go.
Well, he has not scored in the second half as we are almost 10 minutes into it. Has not gotten any touches in the paint.
Each team with 5 team fouls now. Southern Illinois, the better foul shooting team, should it come down to that. And it was Bradley that really sealed the win in Peoria with free throws. There's another SIU miss. Here come the Braves leading by 3. Points hard to come by in this one.
And no one set any turnovers. There's no easy baskets in this game.
As you would call it, Kevin, a rock fight.
There's one.
Another turnover in free flight is Banks. Look out below.
And that will get the crowd into it.
And now a paper airplane has come onto the court. They're going to have to stop play for a moment. Well, it's a Mardi Gras themed atmosphere here today in Carbondale. But this breakout, we have seen very few points in transition.
We talked to both coaches, and they talked about that could be the difference in this game because the defenses are so set and well drilled on how to defend. We call them loaded defenses. Who can get some runouts, long rebounds, transition baskets, or off turnovers as Banks just did.
So they're going to have to look at the monitor and figure out where the clock needs to be set.
Well, this is an aviation school, as we saw that airplane fly out on the court.
That was the first fast break basket of the game. And brings the crowd to its feet, but still a 1-point lead for Bradley. In the first meeting here about 3 weeks ago, the game was tied with under 5 minutes to go. And it ended up being a 10-point win for Bradley. Like I said, they won it at the free throw line late. What do you expect here in the last less than 10 minutes?
Yeah, it was tied at 50 in that game. Then it became a free throw shooting for Bradley to pull away in that game on February 1st at Carver Arena. This one is going to be who blinks first. Turnovers that we just saw, an easy basket for Banks. Can you get some second chance opportunities? Both these teams have been so locked in and focused at the defensive end. Nothing easy.
.9:29 and 23 seconds on the shot clock. We're back in business. Bradley hasn't scored in the last almost 4 minutes.
Trying to get the high-low for Henry.
Henry quickly double-teamed Tavanainen, will skip it across. Leon's open for just a brief moment. And it's going to be a travel as Mula held his ground.
Great strength by Mula. He made a good point. Leon's struggling to score for this Bradley team. He's still got a goose egg. He's averaging 12 a game. He's been good at the defensive end, but has struggled on the offense.
Shot fake to Mask. Newton. Turnaround, fadeaway jump shot. Doesn't go. And another foul underneath on Bradley's Hannah, and Brian Wardle is disgusted in front of his bench.
That is the strength, though, of J.D. Mula working the offensive glass. Relentless. Too strong for Hannah.
Third personal on Hannah, sixth team foul against the Braves. So put Southern Illinois at the line the rest of the way. Damask over the top of Jashawn Henry.
I like what they're doing with Damask when Henry's on him. They're getting him mid-range jump shots because Henry at 6'6" does not have the same length. Oh, we got a turnover there, but Henry does not have the same length that Leon's does.
Bradley needs a timeout as Southern Illinois leads for the first time here in the second half.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other? And when our phones have turned us into this? LT? What do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's find us again. US Cellular, built for us.
Game on.
See ya.
Permission to launch.
Bend with the wind.
Almost there.
will remain radioactive for years to come. Well, thank goodness it's time for the good news of the week.
And boy, do we need it.
Well, this safe driver saved money with the Snapshot app from Progressive. How do you feel?
Good.
He's better than good. He got rewarded for driving safe and driving less.
Sorry, Barb, just to confirm, this is the feel-good news of the week?
This is what we found.
Yay, Snapshot.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some training. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Bradley has led for almost the entire game, but now they're down by 1 here in the second half. Braves trying to be the first Valley team to get to 14 league wins, tied with Drake, who they'll face next Sunday in Peoria, right here on ESPN2. And maybe for all the marbles, Drake hosting Belmont later today, like Southern Illinois. Belmont trying to get to 20 wins. 4 teams with 20-plus wins for the first time before the conference tournament. Like I said, Belmont would make it 5.
Yeah, Belmont at Drake today. Then they host Indiana State at midweek before finishing. Big possession here for the Braves. They've got to get the crowd out of this.
10 seconds to shoot, and Henry takes matters into his own hands. And now a man shaken up along the baseline. Looks like Troy D'Amico.
You do not want to get in front of that train. It's called, he's number 22, Deshaun Henry. Henry checking with D'Amico, saying, "You okay?" Nice sportsmanship by Deshaun Henry.
Henry now with 11 to lead Bradley.
And Mass has not scored here in the second half. He's on the bench now.
Damask with 18 off the rim. And that's a big rebound for Henry, who has played like just a giant in this game.
Well, it started for them last year. Bring him off the bench. He's gotten healthy.
Great cut by Hickman, and Tavanainen found him.
Got Watt caught watching the paint dry on that back cut. That's a set play to get Hickman. A baseline cut, easy basket.
Looks like a well-called timeout by Brian Wardle, because things have settled down now in the Braves' favor.
Well, Brian Wardle told us we're going to have to score off of our, when we get in our timeout.
Damask from the corner.
Well, we talk about Ben Shepherd, MVP. You talk about Tucker DeVries, Mass, Roman Penn. But Marcus Damask is playing at Larry Bird MVP level.
Mula off the Leon's miss, and Southern Illinois can take the lead back. As we go under 7 minutes to play. Banks to Mula. And that's blocked out of bounds by Leon's. And Rick Mast is going to check back in on the other side of this timeout. Tied at 40 here in Carbondale.
Game on.
See ya.
Permission to launch.
Bend with the wind.
Almost there.
To you, it may just be an elevator.
Here goes nothing.
But for a young homeowner becoming their parents, it's a learning opportunity.
Come on in. The more the merrier. Paris, huh? Bonjour. We got any out-of-towners in the elevator?
Tom, it is not easy.
10th floor, huh? Must be a heck of a view.
Okay, see how everyone else is facing this way?
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Okay, that was terrible. Okay, let's hang back. We're going to try that again.
The Sport Clips MVP haircut experience is like nothing else in the world. And now, it's better than ever. It's a perfectly steamed hot towel, infused with our signature scent. A 7-point massaging shampoo. And neck and shoulder, Nirvana. Oh yeah. The MVP haircut experience, only at Sport Clips.
You gaming after work, it's the only time you can. What would hit the spot right now, you wonder? Savory steak and bacon, grilled cheese, sounds like a great plan. Melty cheese and Texas toast will solve your hunger. But you're not as good as you were at 14. Wow, kids online are really mean. Sonic steak and bacon, grilled cheese.
Sonic.
Should be a great finish here in Carbondale. Tied at 40, under 7 minutes to go. Marcus Damask, a completely different player compared to the first time these two teams met 3 weeks ago.
February 1st, he had 5 points on 1 3 and 2 free throws. He has come out tonight to lead the Saluki team. 21 points, 6 rebounds, and he has scored inside, outside. In the discussion most of the season for Larry Bird MVP award, along with Ben Shepard, Tucker DeVries, Rink Mass, Roman Penn. He is putting on a spectacular show tonight.
And Shashawn Henry off the bench leading Bradley. Bradley outscoring SIU's bench 15-8. It's the best bench in this league, and Henry is a big reason why. So what's going to decide this thing down the stretch, Cal?
Who can execute in their half-court offense? Because nobody's turning over. There's no easy baskets. We're not seeing second chance opportunities.
Turnaround. Damask had it blocked by Montgomery. There's that length again of Bradley in the front court.
Great timing by Montgomery. He knew what Damask was going to do when he turned back over that right shoulder.
There's Duke Dean now between the circles, and a guy that if he can heat up from outside can change the game quickly.
Well, they're taking to take Dean out of the game. They're locked on to him. Johnson is not letting Dean get any looks.
Rink Masters got a quiet second half, and he stays cool.
Mass has not been able to get to his sweet spot on the block. He's been settling. That was a quick 3-ball.
He's got 7 points. He averages 14 for the Braves. Now it's kicked loose. 10 on the shot clock for SIU. They've got to work with some urgency here. 5 to shoot. Xavier Johnson throws it up a little off balance. Mula, good rebound. And a second chance opportunity here for the Dogs.
Mula has really worked hard inside.
He doesn't score much, but the defense and rebounding certainly is there. And a foul that is drawn by Juwan Newton. And the 4th foul now on Duke Dean.
And to your point with Mula, that is his 7th rebound for the Salukis.
Juwan Newton's at the line, shooting 2.
So Juwan Newton, 67% foul shooter, goes to the line.
And Clay, as physical as this game has been, and as how these teams have played defensive, we haven't had very many trips to the free throw line. The officials have been consistent. They've let them play. They're letting the players decide this game.
This next shot from Newton will be just the 4th free throw today for Southern Illinois.
And Bradley's only been there 5 times.
A split a pair. It's 41-40 Southern Illinois. Believe it or not, this is the biggest lead of the game for the Salukis today, just 1 point. And now Newton with the foul against Mast.
Well, finally we got Mast in the paint right in front of the rim on the catch. But that is going to be a ball out of bounds as Newton wrapped him up before he got into a shooting motion. Remember, Brian Moore told us we have to score on OBs in this game.
OBs being out of bounds.
Yep.
You got to dumb it down for me, Kev.
Well, we could call them blobs.
Baseline out of bounds.
Baseline out of bounds and slob, sideline out of bounds. Now we got a slob play. I want to see Mass get some touches inside. Mula's been too strong and then let him get position.
So here we go, under 5 minutes. 1 point game. Montgomery leans into a three, doesn't get it.
I just don't like that shot. I want to see Mass get some touches and get to the free throw line.
See how patient they are here. Newton looking for help. He'll get it back to Johnson. 10 to shoot. Johnson for Mula, doesn't get the bounce. Got his own miss.
Great second effort by Mula. Missed the point blanker, but got it back for another possession.
Damask attacking, blocked by Leons with 7 on the shot clock.
Oh, Leons send that one in the next Tuesday. Great timing.
Is he your defensive player of the year in this league?
No question. Watch this recovery. He gets beat, times it, redirects.
He's first in blocks, top 10 in steals and rebounds. That's certainly a candidate for defensive player of the year.
He can guard all 5 positions, and there he knocked one loose.
Right on cue. It's a big possession here for Bradley. Down a point, 4 minutes and change to go.
A Mass went there for position, and now he's back in the high post as a screener.
Bradley looking for win number 14. They'd be the first team in this conference to get to 14 regular season wins. What a year it's been in the Missouri Valley. Inside, rink mask, and you called for it, Kevin. Getting involved down low.
Need to get him touches in the rim, and Montgomery with a great feed for Mast. That's his first points of the second half for Rink Mast.
Timeout on the floor, 3:41 to go in a barn burner in Carbondale.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Mom, can we get a puppy, Mom?
Please?
Girls, pets are a big expense.
Maybe try switching your car insurance to Progressive. You could save hundreds.
Thanks, TV Dad. We'll think about it, okay?
Look what I found.
Oh, puppy!
Oh, no.
I wish TV Dad was always in charge.
Listen to your TV Dad. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save nearly $700 on average.
Papa John's just flipped pizza night on its head. This is the new crispy Parm pizza, and it puts toasted Parmesan where it's never been before, on the bottom. Introducing the crispy Parm pizza, only from Papa John's.
Every guy is different. That's why we have a play for each one. Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with the textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Nice. She's good.
Sport Bliss!
Two teams trying to win a Valley regular season championship. And what a game it's been. Bradley leading by 1 with under 4 minutes to go alongside my buddy Kevin Lehman. I'm Clay Matvick. A guy who is going to ring the bell as he is beating cancer. And this week you're going to have your last treatment. And man, we are proud of you.
Thursday, last radiation treatment at U of I, Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center. I got to ring the bell. It's been a long journey.
It has. You found out in August.
Yes.
You were diagnosed, and didn't take you long, about 6 months to beat it. What a champ you are.
6 months. I think this is game number 46.
Yeah. Well, hey.
But I certainly appreciate your support.
Absolutely.
The Valley support.
And I know that you appreciate what Southern Illinois is doing here today.
Yes.
It's their annual blackout cancer game. That's why they're wearing the all-black uniforms with cancer survivors' names on the back of the jerseys. In case you didn't realize, that's Marcus Damask, but he's got the name Stahl, a cancer survivor's name, on his back today.
They will auction those off, and the buyers will be able to get those at the end of this game. I tell you what, Clay, anything you do for cancer research, find more cures. I am 100% behind it, and also a survivor.
Amen. Driving, Johnson. Rupert! Big basket for the Dogs.
1-3-1 zone by Bradley. Great patience by the Salukis. They worked the second, third side, found the seams, got the easy basket.
Anything Rupert can give Southern Illinois is gravy. That's his first basket of the game. Inside, Henry, no! But he is fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Henry has been a problem for the Salukis this entire game. Johnson, the no look. Rupert with the soft hands, the St. Peter's transfer.
So Jashawn Henry with 11 points, 1 for 2 at the line today. Trying to tie this game up. And does. Talked about Bradley's issues at the foul line from time to time. Under 68% as a team. And Henry, 59%. He'll split a pair. And we're tied at 43 as SIU will come ahead with under 3 minutes to go.
One of the Achilles heel for Bradley is their inability to convert at a high rate at the free throw line. They don't get there very often, and they don't shoot a high percentage. That could come back to haunt them in this game.
Rupert again draws the contact, and now he'll go to the foul line as Damask did a good job to find him open.
What I like about Rupert, two things, soft hands, and he is quick off the floor. Makes the catch, he's at the rim immediately.
Rupert coming off a career-high 14 points at Valpo on Tuesday.
The Philly native is a Steelers fan.
Well, no shock there.
Well, he told me he cheered for the Phillies in the Super Bowl, though.
You mean the Eagles?
I'm
Philadelphia
sorry.
Eagles. Yeah, I knew what you
meant.
But
he's a Steelers fan, though.
Yeah, I know, and
but
there are a lot of people in Pittsburgh that root for Philadelphia, and vice versa.
Oh, okay. Let's see if he can make the free throw.
He does not. Here comes Montgomery.
So late in the game, they like to play Montgomery at that point position.
Mass for three. This shot has just been a little off here in the second half. And that's going to be a foul against Southern.
Oh, I still like to see the big man, 51, in the paint. Making catches in the paint because he can score over his left shoulder, right shoulder.
Montgomery, no. Kept alive by Leons. Great athleticism by the Dutchman.
Came out of the right corner to snag that.
Kicked and turned over. Mass just lost it at his feet.
I'll see if they play through Damask on this possession.
Each team with 10 turnovers now. And Leons tried not to foul. He couldn't hold back. That'll be the second foul against Malabai.
Good job by Damaso of shielding the defender so he could catch the pass. Almost baited Leons to come around on that hook. And now you talk about free throw shooters. This is the best in the league right here at the free throw line, Marcus Damask.
He's the best foul shooter in this conference at 87%. And he puts Southern Illinois back in front with 1:49 to go.
And even I can't get in the announcer's jinx. He's going to make them. What a performance by Marcus Damask.
There hasn't been much production from anybody else for Southern Illinois, but may not matter as Damask gets them both.
Mass now with 24 of the Salukis, 45.
Largest lead of the game for Southern Illinois, 2 points. Timeout, Hickman will get it for Bradley. 1:37 to go as we're going to go to the studio. And John Brickley. Well, we kind of saw a similar finish in the last game between these two in Peoria. It was close down the stretch, in fact, tied with under 5 minutes to go. And now neck and neck here in the final 137. 45-43 Southern Illinois trying to get win number 13 and get a share of first place in this league.
Now, if I'm Bradley, I'm going to look for them to put the ball in Zeke Montgomery's hands with a possible high ball screen by Mass to try to play off of that. They've also got Henry in there. But remember, we talk about Henry's not a good free throw shooter. So can you give it to him in the block? Because he struggled from the free throw line.
Leons will get it into Montgomery.
There's the ball screen for Montgomery.
Two best defensive teams in this league. Shots have been hard to come by from the outset, but somehow Montgomery gets it to go and he draws the contact.
So they put in his hands a ball screen twice for Montgomery. He got in the seam, but the finish, it was Michael Jordan. He went from the right hand to the left hand, the hang and the hit. Put another number on his jersey, make that number 23.
Tell you what,
that's Jordan.
There might not be anyone better in this league going at you downhill.
Well, with size.
That's a foul on Mast. He doesn't like the call, but it's the right call.
Well, that has been a problem for Bradley, the free throw line.
Fourth on Mast. That's going to send Rupert to the line. This might not be a bad trade-off, though, for Bradley, as Rupert is not good at the stripe, just 41%.
He's also already misfired earlier in this game.
And as I say that, he bounces one home.
Got the Salukis carnival roll.
One more coming here for the St. Peter's transfer. Bradley down one, a minute 20 to go.
Okay, again, Montgomery, ball in his hands. Let's look for a high ball screen, let him penetrate.
And he does. He'll bring it back out.
Get it back to him.
Montgomery, 10 on the shot clock. Around the pick, into the paint, floats it up. Bad shot, Leons is stripped and fouled. And now Malavi Leons will get to the line.
Now Leons with 2 points in this game, both from the free throw line.
Man, we knew this was going to be defensive. The final score could be in the 40s.
This is old school Valley. Two best defensive teams in the league. Braves under 50% from the free throw line in this game.
Leons just 3 points in this game, but that third ties it at 46 with under a minute to go.
Well, Bradley is playing through Montgomery. You're going to see Southern play through Damask.
Damask with 23 to lead everybody. He's got it out high, watched by Leons. Good pass. Rupert the dunk. And Montgomery gets the timeout with 31 seconds to go. Damask doing everything well in this game.
This is why we talk about him as the Larry Bird Player of the Year. his ability to not only score, but facilitate. Look at that wraparound pass. He can see 2 and 3 plays ahead. Spectacular by Marcus Damask.
So now you see the setup. Possession arrow favors SIU. Southern Illinois in the double bonus. And the Salukis have 2 timeouts remaining. Bradley with the ball, but out of timeouts.
Now look for Xavier Johnson to guard Zeke Montgomery and try to get over the top of those screens. They've been using the ball in Montgomery's hands and using Mast as the screener.
Zeke Montgomery, the sophomore out of Louisville, Kentucky. He scored 10 against the Salukis earlier this month, and he was terrific in the final minutes of that win as Brian Wardle put it in his hands. We're seeing that play out again today.
Did the same thing at Indiana State. He scored 14 in a row when they went and won at Indiana State. That's Zeke Montgomery. 6'6", 210, great length and ball skills.
The thing is, Brian Mullins knows it's coming, and you know that's what they talked about in the timeout.
Well, and keep your eye now on Xavier Johnson. He is the best on-ball defender in this league. He can get over the top of the ball screens.
Treshawn Henry. Hickman. Mast. Yes! His 3 is good, and he's fouled. What a turn of events as Southern Illinois just fouled the jump shooter.
Misdirection play. They knew where they're going the whole time. They popped him out. Great play call by Brian Wardle. We were all thinking it's going to be Zeke Montgomery on a ball screen. Misdirection. Top 9 came right back, knew right where Mast was going to be. Great confidence that Brian Wardle has in his big man, Rink Mast.
And it hasn't been a vintage Rink Mast game. He's been kept to 12 points, but makes the big shots when it matters most. And the lead is 2 for Bradley, 50-48.
Good free throw shooter. Now it's going to be the same thing here. It's going to go through Damask at the offensive end.
Driving. D'Amico into a double team. In and out. Damask with the rebound. Well defended. Johnson puts it up. Can't get it to go. And Bradley's got it. And Newton with the foul at half court with 4 seconds to play. Southern had their chances.
Got it in tight. But again, Clay, we've talked all game about the length of Bradley. Good look there. Look at this one. It tried to go down. Oh, that is halfway in the basket. And now you've got the length of Mast and Leon's handcuffed Damask inside on the offensive rebound. Now Henry has struggled at the free throw line.
Needs to get 1 here to force SIU to take a 3 to tie.
Salukis with timeouts left.
How does Brian Mullins play this? Missed them both. They can win it with a half-court shot. Doesn't go, and Bradley escapes with a 2-point slugfest win. And they stay atop the Missouri Valley Conference.
The play to win the game by Brian Wardle. The 3-ball by Rink Mast. The difference in this game. Damask, what a performance he put on for Southern Illinois with 23 points. But Mast quiet in the second half, but hits the big 3.
23 points for Damask in a losing effort. And Bradley now goes to 14-4. They are the first team in the conference to get to 14 wins. They'll be at Valpo Wednesday night. Then they host Drake here next Sunday on ESPN2, I should say, in Peoria. For Kevin Lehman, I'm Clay Matvick. We hope you enjoyed it. NC State and Virginia Tech from Blacksburg coming up next.
We're not the same thing for anyone, but we're something for everyone. With packing, shipping, printing, and more, we're the one-stop, right around the corner, everything you need to make your small business be unstoppable store. The UPS Store.
Game on.